Buddy, it's been a while since I've done any streaming. I've been putting everything on hold because I've been busy buckling down on Ghosts of Matacumba Key. And speaking of Matacumba Key, we just hit 180K. Oh, there's Pumpkin. Hey, Bumpy. Say hello. She's excited. Yes, she's very excited that we. Oh, okay. Scary noise. She's very excited that we hit this milestone, and we couldn't have done it without all of you guys. It's just been amazing. What a great day. And I figured what a perfect opportunity for us to have a cigar together. So I'm going to have a H. Upman Grupo de Maestros. Oh, this is an 1804 Connecticut. This is an excellent cigar. Yes, not for you, Pumpkin. Hold on. Ah. Got the handy torch here. This one's awesome. Looks like a jet engine. And it's got a built-in punch, too. So, let's light them up together, shall we? And then we'll take a look and see who's in here. I see some comments coming through. There we go. Winning. All right. Let's see who is in here. Oh, Dan Genovese is here. Kino Reviews. Pastmaster Dan. Kino says, hail. Keep up the amazing work, Robert Dorn. Stippling Vaughn. Thank you for your dedication to your project. You're welcome. It's really important. You know, I got put behind like 2 months. Oh, Dan Genovese's training legs right now. Excellent. Work those getaway sticks, son. Kino says he'll fire one up later. Still working on my day job. About to letter that page for you. Oh, very cool. Very cool. It's everyday leg day for me. No, but twice a week, that's for sure. The Black Blur wants to know if that's, he says it's one big cigar. Not really. It's a long one. It's a Churchill in its length, but it's not that thin. But anyway, as I started to say, I got a little bit behind because of the 2 Joe Frankenstein campaigns, and I wanted to try and play some catch up. So I just finished, just before we hit the 180, I just finished page 43 of the book. But I have 3 other pages done further down the line towards the end of the book. So that means it's 46 pages are done. So that means I've got 14 pages left to finish the project. So it's coming along great. I'm getting to the point right now where we're in the swamps. Lots of ghosty stuff has happened. I kind of saved these really cool pages for last. And so that's what I'm working on. But you know, it's just been a lot of fun, and I've missed streaming. But the only thing that I've haven't skipped on was the professionals, because I owe it to the guys, since I'm one of the founders of it too. So, but I haven't been doing any streaming from my show, any of my shows as well. But I thought this was a good opportunity. It's sort of like dinner time. I've got the grill. There it is. Going right now. I'm going to throw some ribeyes on there in a few minutes, once we get done with these bad boys. And yeah, have a great night. Julie and I'll just chill tonight. Anybody who didn't see the update on Joe Frankenstein Part 1, who's been waiting, Pumpkin, knock it off, who's been waiting for the CGC books, they had sent the books to me, but they made a mistake categorizing it. So I had to send every one of the books back. They had to crack the seals and reprint everything on it. So that put us behind another week. And but the books came today. So they came about half an hour ago, something like that. And so they're right. I checked them. So now we can start distributing. So I'm going to be loading up the truck tomorrow morning and bringing them over to the fulfillment center. And Julie is going to start shipping those out immediately tomorrow. Hey, I got a $2 super chat from Travis Patrick. Is there any kumquat trees around? No, no kumquat trees. I don't live in the tropics anymore. But thank you for that. Let's see. A bunch of stuff has come by and I've missed. Spaceman is here. Holy hand grenades. Bobby Gear. Nick Roche is here. Hello, Nick. For those of you that know, Nick does all my trailers, all those amazing trailers everybody loves. Those are all done by Nick. Bassmaster Dan. Buddy of mine smokes Upman. You like them? I like this one. You know, just like every manufacturer, there's going to be ones that you don't like. But this one I like a lot. It's like it's a Connecticut wrapper, so it's mild. It's really tasty. The Angry Gamer says, I recently read Joe Frankenstein. I really liked it and was wondering if you were the guy on the front of the newspaper with the rifle that the guy was reading. It could be. I drew that so long ago, I can't remember. But if he's holding a rifle, and there's probably some type of headline that goes with it. So if you think it's me, it probably is. Gregory L. Levitra says, congrats, Graham. Thank you. Congrats go to all you guys. Everybody that's backed this project has made this all possible. So that's where the congrats go. In the absence of doing my streaming stuff, I have been working this campaign like a Russian pole dancer. You know, trying to create memes and social media and stuff since I can't get on the streams. So that's why I've been missing the Kings. Monday nights I've been working late. After dinner I go back down to the board and get back to it. So it's important, you know. I think it's important to, you know, honor your commitments, but by the same token, still present the best work. I mean, you know, if this was DC, if this was a DC project and I had 14 pages to go, I'd be done by next week. But it's not going to be the best it can be, and I know that's what you guys want and that's what you deserve. So it's going to ship late. There's no two ways about that. But it'll be awesome, and you're not going to see any shortcuts or think, look at this, he had to rush this because, you know, he had this deadline. But these are self-imposed deadlines. They're estimates about when we're going to get them done. And this one ran a little bit later because of the two Joe campaigns, which had to get out, and you'll know when you get to the end of this book why. So I appreciate everybody's patience. Stippling says, while I understand your absence from streaming, I hope you will do 31 Days of Monsters. That's a given. I've already started creating a list for that, and that will start October 1st for sure. I'm not missing 31 Days of Monsters. You guys love it. I love to do it, so we're doing it. Let's see what we got here. Pray for Graham. Pray? Why? Well, praying's always good. I'll always take prayers. Do you guys know something I don't know? He may have started smoking the devil's lettuce. Matt Line says, well done, Graham. What's next? You mean after this one gets done? I'll be printing Return to Monster Island. I'm working on the script for the next Joe Frankenstein that Anthony Gonzalez Clark is going to illustrate for me. And then while those two things are going on, I'll be working on the third chapter to the trilogy, the Monster Island trilogy, which is Escape from Monster Island. Oh, we can't forget the Shanu either. The Shanu plushies are in. They're at the fulfillment center, and those will only be on sale on my website. It's not going to be a crowdfunded thing, so that'll be on the website. But I've got to get the CGC books out first, because Julie's a one-woman show, so she's got to get those out first, and then we have to do Joe Part 2, and then once those are done, then we'll put the Shinu plushies up. It'll be just in time for October and Halloween, so it'll be awesome. And they look great. They really look great. I have a grandbaby coming, my first one. Juniper it will be here in January. A beautiful little girl, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure she's a girl, but I'm sure she'll be beautiful. And I've already told my daughter Mary, well, the first Shanu is plushie is going to be Juniper's first stuffed animal. So it's going to go in her crib. We know how to bring these kids up, right? Right? Monster Kids, that's where it's at. Dan says, don't sweat it, Mr. Nolan. We'll wait for as long as it takes. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, brother. Paul Taylor from Canada is here. Hello, Paul. I've been getting a lot of CG books lately, so don't rush. I'm more concerned that it's good than that it's out fast. Well, and that's pretty much the mantra of all of us here in independent sphere now, is like, we're doing boutique comics, so they got to be great. We're not, there's no point in trying to compete with Marvel and DC in shitting out as much crap as possible. That's just not going to happen. These are passion projects, and we love what we're doing, and you guys love the material, evidently, and so we're gonna keep on going. And I mean, I don't believe that projects should be terribly late, like years late. There's no reason for that, but a month or two, something like that, that's completely acceptable to put out the best stuff. The bass clef 626. Hey Graham, what kind of cigar are you smoking? I'm about to fire Perdomo 10-year Maduro. Ooh, I like the Maduros. Nice bold taste. Mine is a H. Upman 1844 Connecticut. Really tasty. Spaceman loves Connecticut wrappers. Found a new one recently called Shady Moose. Tasty, consistent smoke. I recommend them. Oh, cool. Nick wants to know if I'm still doing the he says 78 Shinu, but it's actually will be Shinu 77. The 77 was the year of the first great blizzard in Buffalo. So yeah, I am. That's also on the schedule. Where that's going to fall, I'm not sure yet. Prater 7 is here. He says hello, Prater 7. Make sure they watch lots of hockey and they'll be fine. Spoken like a true Canadian. Survive Infinity 0088 says Hail Graham Nolan. Or Hail Graham, congrats, thank you. Past Master Dan wants to know the ring size. I think on this one it's a 48. Seems like it'd be a 48. Possibly a 50, but I think a 48. I don't like those big fat ones. Anything higher than a 50, like 52s, 54s, they're just too big. They look like something else is in your mouth. I'll let you guys draw your own conclusions on that. Stippling wants to know if 31 Days of Monsters is still going to be a morning show, or have you considered dominating the evenings all October? There's so much stuff going on in the evenings. and you know, I want people to watch it live. So morning seems to work better for that. Uh, my personal rival, Ellie Munoz, says, is there going to be a Graham Hawaiian shirt cigar party at CG Las Vegas? Well, if that thing happens and I go to it, then yes, there will be. If I'm not there, then I will pass the torch to somebody else to make sure they do one. Uh, because, you know, I'm trying to be a good ambassador for CG and get fans together with the creators and stuff. So I hope that somebody will pick it up. Going to do any more Joe Frankenstein? Yeah. Working on the plot right now, as I mentioned earlier. You must have just signed in that Anthony Gonzalez Clark will be illustrating that. So I'm working on the first draft of the plot. I'll send that to Chuck. Chuck will go over it, see if there's any things he wants to add, and then we'll work up the script for that. The Anger Game is going to watch The Fog from 1980. Ooh, for the first time tomorrow. That's one of my favorite Carpenter films. I think you're going to really like that. It's a great ghost story. In fact, it's one of the inspirations for the Ghosts of Metacumba. You know, when I'm trying to figure out how to illustrate ghosts or do my ghosts, it was that one and Ghost Story that I was looking at, where these ghosts can take corporeal form and kind of gross zombie-looking things, as well as be, you know, a misty kind of ethereal kind of ghosts. So, like, every one of those kinds of ghosts are in the Ghosts of Metacumba. Kino says, Cigar Night in Tampa was a blast. I agree. I had a great time. Really appreciated the turnout. We had to have 50 people there at one point, you know. Rob Brown wants to know, have I done Bride of Frankenstein for 31 days? Yeah. Yeah, I've covered all the major classic ones throughout the years. Um, so, yeah, certainly all the early, the 30s um, Universal films I've all covered already. And if you haven't watched any of those, they're all up on my YouTube channel. So, you know, go ahead and take a look at them there. Rewatch them. I mean, uh, my Thing from Another World one is my most watched video. It's got I forget how many thousands of views on that thing, but it's my most watched video of anything I've ever done. Hey, Phil Zaid is here. Hey, Graham, congrats, brother. Thank you, sir. Kelly1481 says, hello, Graham in chat. Crack rock, Graham, much deserved. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Just gonna put this here real quick because I gotta spark this bad boy up again. Doing all this talking and it's going a little cold on me. Hey, check out this. Got this at Tybee Island. It's my ashtray. It's got these skulls in it. Isn't that cool? There we go. All right. As is here. Hey, buddy. Appreciate you sharing all those links and everything. He says, kicking anus, dude. Absolutely. We, all of us, are kicking anus. No man is an island, that's for sure. Uh, anybody else lighten up one? I wish I could have you all over here. Be a great party in the backyard here, and throw the ribeyes on the on the grill. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'll give you a little tour of the backyard here. It's a nature preserve next to me, so I don't have any neighbors there, which is nice. There it is. Hacienda Nolan. Phil says, we will do it in Vegas, Graham, if you're coming. All right. Vason Kasi, or Kursi, it's got umlaut, so it might be Vason Kursi, says to ask, when will you be buff and smoking cigars like a boss? Hey, he's getting there. Az is kicking it, you know. He's every day in the gym, and he's sweating it out. Good man. Hey, Man of War 665, neighbor of the beast. Thank you very much for that 695 or 665 super chat. Congrats, brother. Have part of a good cigar, a whole cheap one, or a glass of rot gut on me. What can I say? Things are tough all over. They are indeed. And Paul Taylor has a $10 Canadian super chat. I was paid cash money by my parents if I made it to 18 without smoking. So I've never tried a stogie, but have one on me. Looking forward to JF number 2. Thank you, Paul. We'll say this one is yours. How about that? Marcus Kellegrew is here. He says, I hear, must be I'm here, after running a Cat 6 9 floors with my coworker. Okay. Santiago Pellegros says, I got paid by USA Air Force members on Madrid, Spain to buy him Cuban cigars. Yeah, I got to tell you, you know, you guys know me. I'm no fan of the Obama administration. But the one thing the guy did was he opened up Cuba to get those Cuban cigars in. And I love Trumpy, but the one thing I hated that he did was he closed Cuba up on me. So I don't know what the moral of that story is, but there it is. Hey, Kino Reviews with a $4.99 super chat. About to fire one up and pour myself a glass of bourbon. All hail CG and to the fellowship. Yeah, buddy, the Iron Age is here. And we're all part of it, right? Isn't that awesome? Let's go check those coals, see how they're coming along here. Ooh. They are on fire and ready for some steaks. Get the grill shut off here. One-handed. Bingo. Let's see here. I don't know what a Cat 6 is. Sounds technical. Paul says someone still uses briquettes. Wow, cooking it old school. Yeah, I like the flavor of them better than on gas, you know? I've got a couple more contributions while we've been online too, for the ghosts. We're on the way to 200. I think that with a good closing show, that we're gonna hit 200K. And uh-oh, Pumpkin's being a naughty girl. She's being a pain. Julie just opened the door. She looked pretty pissed. Cat6 with Ethernet wire. That's Master Dan wonders if it's a crane or a diesel. Internet wire, okay. Dan wants to know, is this the highest funded campaign yet? Yes, far and away. Uh, this, the highest prior to this was Two-Fisted Manly Tales, and that was 137,000, I think. So, yeah, so this one is far and away the most successful to date. But onward and upward, my men. Onward and upward. Jonathan, oh, hey, Jonathan Davis, thank you for that $4.99 super chat. Congrats on 180K. Can't wait to read it. I can't wait for you guys to read it, too. Greg is doing a killer job on the colors. The storytelling is really, really cool. I've been experimenting with some various different techniques to move the narrative in different directions, and I think it looks awesome. But that's me. My personal rival Eli Munoz said he heard are Cuban cigars still legal? No, not in the U.S. I heard Dominican cigars are better. They're probably every bit as good. Most of the Dominican seeds came from expats that left Cuba and planted them in the same type of region as Cuba in the Dominican Republic. So I'll be honest, if you gave me one and gave me another in a blind taste test, I probably couldn't tell you the difference. Christian Zaffo, can I still get the Chinook? Yes. Yeah, all the Compass Comics books that were crowdfunded end up on the Compass Comics website. So just go to www.compasscomics.com and you can get it there, Christian. Along with Alien Alamo, Two-Fisted Manly Tales, and Joe Frankenstein Part 1. Part 2 will be up there once we get done fulfilling it to the backers. So... all right, my brothers, I'm going to tap out here. I think it's almost 5:30, and I got to get those steaks on. So, Zombie Boy says, how's the weather there? It looks nice. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's probably 73, 75, something like that. Sunny, beautiful. But thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in at this odd time of day to help celebrate with me just the success of the campaign because of you guys, because of all of you guys that have backed it and continue to share in the streams and all of that stuff. You know, to get more people on board. That's what we want in the Iron Age. Is we want to get as many people on this party train as possible. Oh, Neo Nimbus! I have to thank Neo Nimbus for a $9.99 super chat. Congratulations, Graham. It was awesome meeting you at Tampa Bay Comic Con. I can't wait for Ghost of Matacumba Key. Well, thank you, brother. All right. You know what? I'm not even sure how to close this thing. I've never even done these on the... Let's see. No, that's not it. I wonder if it's that little X up on the top. Kino says, Graham's cooking show up next. Hey, do I hit that X? Is that how I end this thing? Well, I'm going to try it and see what happens. But, yes, thank you, Pumpkin. Thank you, girl. Okay. All right. What a good girl. Alrighty. Okay, guys. Thanks again. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.